talking about the ancient foundations. Ancient foundations, initially we have studied about the Indus Valley regions, some important uh, belongings of them, their uh, agriculture, their things and everything. Okay, now today our class is entirely concentrated for your Vedic era. Vedic era. Vedic era in the sense that emerging, okay, emerging part means ending of your this Indus Valley and emerging of your Vedic age. So that's why I named it as from Indus Valley to Vedic age. Okay. Now I will explain some of the points related to the Melua, okay, and Aryans. This and the time period will be 2500 BC to 600 BC. Let's start. See, first I will say that Melua, that region, see the region, this is our India part, right? And see this one, this pathway, where you can see Oman, Bahrain, and Arabian Sea and Indus Valley region. So when I'm saying that, discussing about the global brand, I mean to say that Melua, the land of seafarers. Okay, the Indus Valley is called Melua, a land of seafarers. The first textile primary export was cotton. Okay, first exports was cotton, known as Greek as Sindon. This was likely the world first cotton cultivation. First cotton cultivation. Now, key characteristics of the barter system, that is good exchange, no metallic currency. There was a good exchange of goods. Okay, when I am saying about the your cotton cultivation and export of that. So, other things we are doing over here is that now see next condition, that metallurgy. So, what are the metals over there in this age? That is the bronze. It is called the Bronze Age society. Okay, bronze means copper plus tin. Use gold or silver, unfamiliar with iron. They are not familiar with iron metal. Okay. Now fauna is what? Known bulls, elephants, and they are know about what are the bulls, elephants, and all this, but they are not aware of horses, camels, lions, and all this. Industry, shell industry, remnants found at Balakot. Okay, so it is a shell industries, and how I came to know about this, we found some of the remainings of them at Balakot. Okay, next. Uh, if I start about the script or a lipi, what we call as lipi, uh, we will say that it is pictographic. Okay, bhav chitratmak. Pictographic means what they want to say, they draw it. Okay, so that's why it is called bhav chitratmak. Chitra means picture and bhav means our emotions. So three, it is they know about the 375 to 400 distinct signs. We found that directions are right to left, means from right to left, then left to right. Okay, local terms are gomutakshar, path of the cow. Status are undis. Okay, now see, while the unicorn is the most common motif, the script remains the key to unlocking the civilization's voice. Okay, this was the very it is a unicorn picture. Okay, the seals, which kind of seals, I can say that material as stereotype, that is soapstone, shaped square, used to mark ownership and quality. Then imagery, most common unicorn, Ek Singa. Most famous is Pashupati, photo of Shiva. These are the imagery are most common unicorn that lead us. Right now I told you about this picture of, it is Ek Singa. In Hindi you will say it is an Ek Singa, and is Pashupati Nath picture about the Shiva. Next is that artistic, metal, stone and clay. Thus, right now I told you about the bronze, right? Bronze. Bronze is made up of copper and tin. So, first metal of bronze that is discovered in Mohenjo-daro, masterpiece of a lost wax casting technique. Also notable, the bronze carrier from the Daimabad. Okay, this is a dancing lady of bronze. Stone, the bearded priest king, discovered at Mohenjo-daro, shows the intricate garment detailing. See the garment detailing, and it is the priest. Okay, priest king. Clay, terracotta. Mother goddess figures found across multiple sites representing fertility and matriarchal aspects. They are showing their patriarchal, right? Right now, but they are showing about matriarchal aspects. They are showing representing the fertility. They are actually goddess, right? They thought about the female character as the causes place. Okay, next. The Great Decline, a clash of theories. Okay, means they are such a too big, Mohenjo-daro and Indus Valley, the entire Indus Valley region, for such a big era. Yeah? And but their declination is also a mystery. Declination is a mystery. Now, Aryan invasion, proposed by Gordon Chell and Mortimer Wheeler. Theory was violent displacement. Aryan invasion. Okay, they are saying, and these are the two who proposed this. Now, climate change. Climate change is also proposed of this theory that Amalanda Ghosh. Theory shift in monsoon patterns. He told that, Mr. Ghosh told that it is due to a shift in monsoon pattern. Now, the Great Flood proposed by S.R. Rao and Sir John Marshall. Crimson Pro. Okay, flood crumb and everything just gone. A river course change proposed by Madhav Swarupa. Theory drying up of the Ravi or Indus River. They told that since the entire civilization was strengthened by this Indus River, so when the Indus River dried up, it vanishes. Conclusion: no single cause. The combination of factors led to gradual deurbanization. Late sites like Rangpur and Rodi show this declination. Clear? Next, now we enters in the area of Aryan, that is 1500 to 1600, 600 BC. The shift from the material culture to the literary culture tradition. Vedic literature, Arya is equal to the noble or superior. Arya means what? The noble or superior. Now, when I'm entering in this, we get Ved, Brahm, Ar, Upanishad. Okay, Shruti. Shruti means heard, Smriti means remember. This entire thing was depend upon Shruti and Shruti means listening and remembering capacities. This era is entirely, I can say, based on the education, knowledge, and all this. Vedas, Upanishad, Purans, Yajurved. So these are Vedas, and everything was described over here. Okay, so not created by mind, divine or eternal. Compiler Krishna, Dwapar Yuga Vyas, Rishi, female composers of hymns. Okay, epics, Purans, law codes, everything was over here in this era. This is important era. Now, first is your Rigveda, the oldest testament. Okay, structure 10 mandals, 102A Suktis. Actually, in Hindi, it is called Sukti, and 10,580 mantras, which Rigveda. Key of mandals are Mandal 3, the Gayatri Mantra composed by Vishwamitra for Savitri, the sun. Next is your Mandal 7, the Battle of 10 Kings. Okay, King Sudas versus 10 tribes of the Ravi River. Mandal 9, dedicated to Som, plant deity from the Mujavant peak. Mandal 10, the Purush Sukta, origin of one caste, and Nasadya Sukta, creation hand. Okay, these are the some of the main key mandalas, because how many mandals are there? 10 mandals are there. Okay, these things you just have to remember. We can't deny this, right? Just write one or two times and you will remember this. The three pillars are Yajurved, Samved, and Atharved. Okay, Yajurved is all about rituals, Samved is all about song, and Atharved is all about spell. Okay, now in Yajurved, what are the ritual? Prose and verse splits into Krishna and Shukla. Means Yajurved says about the splitting, that Krishna is for black and Shukla for white. So Shukla Paksh and Krishna Paksh. First mention of the zero, Shunya. In Yajurved, first time they are talking about the zero digit. Okay, now Samved. Samved is a book, you can say, entirely for your songs, book of chants, roots of Indian classical music, Lord Krishna's favorite Veda. Samved is Lord Krishna's favorite Veda. Keep in mind. Atharved, spellings, magic, charms, and medicines. Bhesh Veda, protection against evils. All things are given in Atharved. Non-Aryan influence. Non-Aryan influences. Keep in mind. Okay. Now, liturgical matrix: Ved, Rigved, Yajurved, Samved, Atharved. Head priest of Ritvij. O3, executor, singer, supervisor. Brahma, supervisor. Then Upaveda, science, Ayurveda, medicine, Dhanurved, warfare, okay? Gandhar Veda, music or art, Shilpa Veda, that is art for architecture. Now Brahma, the ritual. Commentaries on how to perform rituals. Key text is Shatpata Brahmana attached to Yajurved, most important. Okay, the forest. Written to for hermits in the forest, Aranya. Focus shift from external ritual to the mysticism and philosophy. The bridge to the Upanishad. Okay, Aranyas are the bridge. Okay, they are the bridge for or Upanishad side. Hmm? Now, peak of this philosophy or Upanishad, that is Satyamev Jayate, our Indian line. Satyamev Jayate. Vedant, end of the Veda. Okay, total number is 108. So Vedant is what? End of Veda starts from here. So Upanishad, source of Satyamev Jayate, truth alone triumphs. This is more. Second one is Katha Upanishad, dialogues between Yam and Nachketa in the nature of the soul. Okay. Now third one, the long test debate between Gargi and Yajnavalkya. Okay. Fourth one is Chandogi, mentions Lord Krishna as the son of Devki, early ethics of Panchsheel. Hmm? Fifth is Jabal Upanishad, first mention of the four ashrams of life. We have 0 to 25 and 25 to 50 and then 100. So these are the four ashrams of any human being. Okay, they are told up to 25, just study and make yourself and life this way. Next, tools of understanding Vedgans. The six limbs required to study the Vedas, that is, preservance of knowledge. Shiksha, Kalp means rituals, Shiksha phonetics, Vyakaran means grammar, Panini's Ashtavadhyay, Nikutra, etymology, Chant, metrics, Jyotish, astronomy. These are the six limbs on which we can study Veds. Okay. Next, Purans, the ancient tales, literally ancient narratives, 18 major texts blending myths and history. First analyzed by Pargitar. Hmm? Matsya Puran, the oldest source of Satavahana dynasty. Vishnu Puran, source of Mayur dynasty. Vayu Puran, source of Gupta's dynasty. And Markanda Purana contains Durga Saptashati. These are the four Purans description. Clear? Next, law and social order. The Smritis. Smritis are for laws and social orders provided in this community. First is Manusmriti, oldest legal text, Shagun Satavarna period. Okay, codified social laws and caste structure. Commentators Baruchi, Kuluka, and Medhatithi. Other quotes are Narada Smriti mention liberation of slaves, Katyana Smriti economic laws. Okay, so German philosopher Nietzsche famously said, "Burn the Bible, embrace the Manusmriti," referencing its brutal realism. Keep in mind, who is was saying burn the Bible? That is German philosopher, sorry, Nietzsche famously. Okay. Now, legacy from brick to the world. How can I say? The Indus Valley civilization left us cities of bricks and seals we cannot read. The Vedic age left us no cities but a fortness of literature that defines the culture. So the stones remain silent, but the words echoes through millennium. See, still we are very attached with our Veds, our Upanishads, and everything. So bricks dies, but the education start echo everywhere. Okay.